In this episode of Tales from the Avalon, we'll visit our good friend and local carpenter, Eddie Boudreau. Eddie has worked with wood as a profession for years, but his love for music and his passion for quality craftsmanship led him to become a self-taught luthier. This episode will take a look at Eddie's current project, and then Mac and I will join Eddie for a living room jam utilizing his own creations. Let's see what Eddie's got cooking. To build this like a 1935 vintage D18, trying to use the right woods, and hopefully it'll have a little bit of that vintage tone. This is red spruce, and the back and sides are mahogany, and I've got a coat of finish on here just to kind of protect it while I'm handling it or whatever, or fitting the neck, and try to leave the bridge position, you know, with no finish on it, so it's unglued in here where the neck is too. But what's neat is when this box, you know, is just sitting here, you can hear the different areas of sound or lack of sound. You know, see this, the top is relatively, you know, unresponsive. But what I think is kind of neat is when you're holding the guitar and the bass strings are up here and the treble strings are down here, the way it's built, the tone bars come off of the treble X brace. And you can even hear the difference. It's tighter on the treble side and looser here on the bass side. I think that's kind of neat. This is an ebony bridge that will sit on there like that. And it might go back or forward just a little teeny bit, you know, to get the intonation right, but I'm not going to mount that until the neck is set on the guitar and I can measure, you know, the right scale length and compensation.
Very cool.
Yeah. This is the dovetail joint where the neck goes together.
Yeah. And you've already got the neck.
Still actually working on a little bit of the shaping on this neck, but that just pops in there just like that. And you know, when that's glued, this won't move. You know, that won't move at all. And I still have to dress the frets and put the nut and all on this.
Is that kind of neck wood?
This is ebony.
Ebony.
Pearl dots.
Gotcha.
And there's a little ebony end cap on here. And this is some kind of, it's really not Honduran mahogany. It's really just something that I found, and I'm not really sure what it is, but it has a steel T-bar in it for reinforcement. It is non-adjustable, but it'll stay straight.
Gotcha.
It's coming together. Like there's the little thing I make the slot in the saddle with. All of these are just scraps of wood. I mean, like this is how the kerfing and the side reinforcement go on the guitar. Just different pieces of wood, just oddball pieces that are left over. I mean, all of these pieces that are, you know, left over from cutting the sides out of different guitars. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a wood buzzard, and I can't help but saving these things. You can't really tell much from that little piece of wood.
What
That's rosewood and walnut laminated. That was the side, actually, the back and side of this 12 string.
oh, nice.
This was all actually made from like recycled old piano wood. So this is Brazilian rosewood, back and sides on this, and actually probably a white pine top.
Oh man.
Yeah, look at that.
So that's burnt?
This is naturally torrefied, but that's 200-year-old white pine that just barely made it out of a fire. And that's actually,
what's on the...
That's actually what the top of this guitar is.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
It's all just recycled stuff that I come up with.
Yeah. I would say that's, what do they call it? Upcycling? Is that the term?
I guess. more of that Brazilian rosewood.
Rosewood, yeah.
You know, from that piano.
Yeah.
And actually the core of this piece is walnut that goes in the same direction as the veneer on the front. So
Okay, so the rosewood's a veneer.
yeah,
And then walnuts in the middle.
tiny little thin veneer.
But enough to be able to.
You can actually
use.
resaw this, and you already have, you know, a veneered, you know, piece. You know, matched grain. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. And how old was that piano you got that from?
I think this one was built in 1853.
No doubt.
Yeah. I mean, and it's amazing. The finish is just so thick and lustrous. I mean, it's got some dirt on it, but I mean, that was probably a hand rubbed shellac finish that was done in the 1850s. And I've actually, where I've scraped some of this stuff off, measured that finish at 9/1000ths of an inch.
No doubt.
I mean, it's incredible. I don't know how they did it. Huh.
No doubt. Leaning there, isn't it?
Yeah, this is curly maple. I mean, you can even see it where it was just rough cut off of the saw.
Yeah.
The curl in the grain of that piece.
What would you use that for?
Yeah, I mean, you could use it for anything, really.
In addition to vintage Martin guitar reproductions, Boudreaux also has built this Fstyle Mandolin, which is a dream for mandolin players. This guitar here is one of my favorites. It's more of a parlor-sized Martin reproduction, but it's got some great binding and shows really what Eddie can do. I love this binding, which is curly maple, just like Eddie showed us earlier. And then you've got the spine on the back of this guitar, which is really cool. You can see he's got the reinforced neck joint and also the vintage tuners, which look beautiful. These instruments look good and they feel good, but most importantly is how they sound.
This was actually a soundboard out of an old piano. This was red spruce. It was cut and, well, used in 1853. These are actually nail holes where some of the bracing was nailed.
Oh, that's cool.
On the sound hole of that piano. And, you know, otherwise it's perfect wood. You know, I mean, this would be judged cosmetically imperfect in the guitar world, but
that's what
not
has
in my
character,
world.
you know?
Right.
Who wants just a machine chopped, you know, robotically assembled,
Right.
you know?
That's what I tell my wife about me every day.
Yep. There was some little defect right there. I just filled it in.
Yeah.
Let it go.
That is great.
Let's do something.
Yeah, let's put these works of art that Eddie has produced with his own bare hands.
Let's do something here in G. Let's go.
Yeah. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can laugh and I get bold. You can laugh and I get bold. You turn that body Rocky with a horse and hit it right, Rambo. Rocky with a horse and hit it right, Rambo. Rocky with a horse and hit it right. Pistol by his side, talking with the courtman, he did right, Rambo. May the circle be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank you guys so much for watching Smitty and Mac show today. Thank you for Eddie for being here today and letting us see all this beautiful craftsmanship. We really enjoyed it. What'd you say, Mac? Excellent. All right, let's go, boys. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Nice guitars.
Peace.